on. What is it?
Hey there, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on and joining us for our Furever Angels very first virtual meet and greet. We are so excited to share some of our wonderful adoptable dogs with you. And we've got great news. Since we started our marketing of this last week, a couple of our dogs have already been adopted or have adoptions pending. Number one is my sweet little boy, Kermit here. Kermit does now have an adoption pending. It should be finalized at the end of the week. So we're really excited about that he's found his forever home. But what I'd like to do is just give you all a little bit of information on how it works to become a foster parent with Furever Angels. It's actually really easy. And right now is the best time to join us because a lot of people are at home and can spend time getting to know their foster dog and giving them the love and nurturing that they need. But when you become a Furever Angels foster parent, we are a 100% volunteer organization. So that means everybody does it from the comfort of their own home. We don't have a building, no brick or mortar. We all do it right out of our homes. So that's easy for you. Also, you get to choose the animal that you want to foster. You are never just assigned a dog because everybody's households and lifestyles are a little bit different. So you get to decide the dog that would be best for you and your family and your home and get to know him and then help him find his perfect home. So it's really not difficult at all. All you need is love. Furever Angels will pay for all the vet bills that might need to be taken care of. We'll take care of the spade and neuter. Basically, the only thing a foster parent has to do is provide the food, the love, and maybe a little bit of grooming. So it's a wonderful experience. Yes, we all shed a little tears sometimes when they do go to their forever homes, but I promise you, it's worth the tears to let them go because then you open up your heart and save another animal. So it's just a win-win situation for everyone. So I just wanted to fill you in a little bit about how fostering works for us. And now I'd like to turn it over to one of our foster moms named Brandy, and she's going to introduce you to her foster dog that she has right now. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. I have been a foster mom for about a year now with Furever Angels, and it is so rewarding. I have sweet Mikey with me. He is 12 years old. We rescued him from the shelter. He was set to be put down, unfortunately, but we were fortunate enough to be there to rescue him and take him in. He's been with me now for a couple of weeks since we've all been quarantined, and he is just a joy to be around. Loves to snuggle on the couch, just is really easygoing, doesn't bark, doesn't do anything crazy, I guess, is what everybody's looking for, right? Just a loving, loving dog. He does have a lot of love left to give, even though he is 12 years young. He is partially blind. He sees shadows. He can get up and down the stairs and go outside and go potty, and he gets around the house. But I do help him out just to make sure that he knows where he's going. It usually takes them a couple weeks to find their way when they're blind. He does have some hearing loss as well, but he does hear me when we're outside and we're, kind of playing around, and he will try to chase the other dogs because he can smell them. So he does like to chase them. The perfect home for Mikey is going to be somebody with another dog because he does need a companion to help him kind of maneuver around and go to, where he needs to go in the yard and get around the house. He does like to have that because he does follow my dog. I did have another dog, Coco, who got adopted out on Saturday. So we are still doing adoptions. I know everybody's in the stay at home and in quarantine. So it's fun to get out and kind of see the dogs on video since we don't get to do all the, festivals, because a lot of those got canceled, and we were hoping to be able to see everybody out there this spring. So kind of what we're doing to accommodate that is doing a lot more virtual things. So the beginning of the process is still the same. You're still going to submit an application whenever you see an adorable dog that you fall in love with. So you're going to submit an application to the person that is their foster, and sometimes it is directly to the Furever Angels email, and sometimes it's directly to the foster mom, depending on how long somebody's been fostering. So the foster application for Mikey is brandythefoster@gmail.com. You email me and I send you an application. With those applications, I review them. We do background checks. We check out all of them, make sure that it's the right home for the foster dog that we have. I know everybody, gets really excited when they see a dog and they want that dog and they think I'm going to submit an application and it's going to go really fast. And sometimes it doesn't go super fast because we do have to call vets and we call references and things like that. So it does take a little bit of time depending on how many apps we're reviewing. So once we get done reviewing the apps, then we want to make a phone call after that. So the one that we think is going to be a good home for our foster dog, we will call and we have a conversation with that person and maybe their spouse or whoever else is in the home, and really just talk about the dog, talk about our experience with them, and talk about their, what they're looking for, what their home is like, their activity levels, and really just make sure we've got a really good match. And that phone call is actually the most important part right now, since obviously we are separated and we can't do as many meet and greets and things like that. We want to make sure that we're making the right choices in this process during quarantine. So once we do that, instead of doing actual home visits with people, we're doing virtual home visits. So what I like to do and what I did with Coco is did the virtual visit before they even did the meet and greet. So I knew what their house looked like. So then I can kind of move along that process a little bit faster. So everybody does it in a different order, but I did that virtual home visit. I got to see the outside of their house from the front to the back and all the way throughout the inside. We can do that by video. It's very easy to do. We've all been doing Zoom calls with our friends, I'm sure. So that's kind of the piece of the puzzle that we're doing a little bit differently instead of going into their home. And then to actually meet the dog, every foster mom is kind of doing something a little bit different. What I did for Coco, I had a really good family match that I thought was going to be a perfect fit for Coco. So we did a meet and greet in my backyard, still social distancing as humans. They did have gloves on, and I actually gave Coco a bath beforehand. I made sure, obviously, my hands were washed, and I social distanced from Coco before bringing the family into the backyard as well. So having them wear gloves and making sure that they're not spreading germs. Obviously, we all know that the dogs aren't spreading the germs, but anything you touch can spread germs. So we want to make sure that we're not spreading them just by touching things or touching animals or anything like that. So we're being very, very cautious. Turned out it was the perfect family, and we were able to finalize the adoption all at the same time. They went out, they had to go get a few things to make sure they were prepared to bring a dog in because they didn't have a dog at the time. So they went out and shopped and filled their house, and we made a perfect match, and Coco is doing wonderfully in her new home. So again, I have Mikey. So if anybody is interested, you can email brandythefoster@gmail.com. And I'm going to pass this on to Roxanne, and she's going to tell you about her foster dog.
Hey there. Thank you, Brandy. My name's Roxanne, and I'm a foster mom for Furever Angels Animal Rescue. I've been doing this for about 7 or 8 years, and I urge you, if you have a love for animals and you want to help, I urge you to get involved. If you can't foster, there's a lot of other things we need help with. This is my foster dog right now, Patty. Patty is a 2-year plus, maybe 3-year-old, believe Dachshund wire terrier. She's a complete you can see. Yes, she's very, very sweet. I have a good application, and I have spoken to someone regarding Patty, but we have not done a meet and greet. So I am taking applications still until I know that this could possibly be her forever home. You never know. Patty is 2 to 3 years old. She's wonderful, loving. I am looking for a home for her that does not have any young children. The reason being is she does not like, although she's right in my face right now, does not like other dogs or like children and the noise and just the in the face type correspondence, I guess, or whatever. But anyway, she's very sweet. She's loving. If I could say, she doesn't have any issues, but if I could say some traits about her that someone would have to be okay with is she is stubborn. Dachshund traits are they're a stubborn breed. She's a little bit stubborn, and I am working with her on her house training. She is not house trained fully yet. I work long hours, so I'm also hoping to find a home that might be where the person stays at home or stay at home, someone that's retired, that sort of thing, that can work with her. She does well in the car. She does well with new people. She's very friendly and will do well with a good, loving family. If you're interested, please email me. It's wagontailsfoster@gmail.com. And again, I urge you to help if you can. And I'm going to turn this over to Lisa now.
Hi, this is my little foster Ridge. I've had him for just a little over a week now, and he is just a mess. He has the biggest personality for a little 10-pound dog. He's Chihuahua. Not sure if he's long hair Chihuahua or mixed with the wire hair, but he's got some crazy little hair, and he's a mess. He loves to play, or he loves to absolutely curl up in a little circle on your lap and just be right with you. As you can see, he's a busybody, but at night or when you're sitting on the couch, he wants to be right there with you. I haven't sat on the couch a lot lately, so he loves the attention at nighttime before we go to bed. But he's doing great with house training. He is going in and out, and he is great in his crate. He doesn't cry at night. Walking on the leash, we haven't done a lot of yet because he needs to get a harness that'll fit him, because we don't like to put collars, the leash on the collars for small dogs, because they'll shake their head and pull out of them a lot. So we haven't done a lot of leash walking, but I have a fenced yard, so we go play in the yard a lot. And he's a quick little runner. He loves to run. He would actually do well in just about any environment. I would just caution small kids, because he is, with 10 pounds, but his little legs are very delicate, and just wouldn't want him to be very rough with them. He has not came into contact with anybody that he doesn't like. He's not he's never met a stranger. He'll go right up and wants everybody to pet him and love on him. We're working on taking treats. He's on kind of like a little jaws right now, so you have to calm him down, get him to sit, and give him a treat, because he gets very, very excited when those come out. But he's a loving little. He's just a mess. I don't know what to tell you. He's fun. He's cute. He's snuggable. Yeah. See, he just wants some kisses.
And he's got great ears.
He has great. They really are. And with that, I'm gonna turn. And you see, he hears my dog and he wants to go play now. I'm gonna turn it over to Hamilton.
Hey guys, I'm Hamilton. This is Pearl. She's not quite ready for adoption yet. She just had some puppies about 3.5 weeks ago. So she's about a month away. She is just extremely sweet. She hasn't made a sound in the 3 weeks I've had her, which is good. And here come the puppies. You can see the little puppies. Is that Belle?
This is
So that's my daughter, the helper. And she only had 2 puppies, but they're starting to walk now, get their little teeth and whimper and make some sounds. They'll be 4 weeks old this weekend, so they're about another month away from adoption as well. Sweet as can be, cute little things. So this is one of them. Let me see the other one. Here's a little chunky one. We don't know what they're mixed with. Pearl's obviously a beagle, but these look like they got something a little bit bigger in them. But they're cute as can be and sweet. This is the lazy, chubby one, so he's obviously my favorite. So here you go. Be careful. You got him? Okay. Thank you. Pearl, very playful. I have 2 German Shepherds, and she loves stealing the toy from my 90-pound male and running away from him with it. She loves shadowing my female shepherd, Stella. Somebody posted a comment, can you adopt them? I'm assuming if you mean fostering. Yeah, we call that foster failure. I'm victim of that with Stella. Beautiful German shepherd that couldn't quite find a home. And how old am I? Thanks, Amy. I'm 42. Thank you. I'm not quite sure what to make of that. So yeah, that's foster failure.
How old is
Stella,
Pearl?
we don't know. I'm guessing she's in that 3-ish range based on her teeth and how she looks. But she's playful, but she doesn't bark. She doesn't whine. She doesn't cry. She's mostly housework. It's hard to tell, while nursing. She's confined a little more and not on the regular schedule. But she's sweet and loves playing with other dogs. Good. I have 4 children. That was my oldest of the puppies. I have 9-year-old and 6-year-old twins that torment her. And she's a little skittish at first to people, loud noises, but sweet. I mean, you can see her sweet as can be. She's a little like clueless, like what's going on here? What are my puppies doing over there? Can I get away from them? They annoy me. She's at that point of being, a puppy mom. No, I do not know if Pearl is good with cats, Robbie. I am unfortunately not a cat person. I think my shepherds would eat them. So, better safe than sorry. But, you can tell she's just sitting here chilling, being a good girl. And she's about a month away from being able to be adopted. Same with the puppies. So, for Pearl and the babies, you can email forever_angels@yahoo.com. As I said, it's about a month away, but they're all doing great. She only had 2 puppies, which is a little surprising, but, 2 good, healthy puppies is better than having 27 not healthy puppies. So that's about it on Pearl. Hello, sweet girl. I'm going to turn it over to Pat now.
Hi, I'm Pat, and this is Bob. He is just about 6 weeks old. We got him 3 weeks ago. He was found in a puddle in the middle of the road. One of our foster dads was walking his dog, and the dog noticed the kitten. So he's been here. He's just started eating on his own, still taking the bottle, and he's doing great. He uses the litter box, and I'm taking applications for him. And he gets along with dogs. He actually doesn't even know any cats, really, because my cats ignore him. But the dogs hang out with him, so he's great with dogs. So if you're interested in a kitten, he'll be ready in about 3 or 4 weeks. And that's all. And next is Holly.
Hi guys, my name is Holly and this is Cass. He is a 5-year-old Briard. He's a medium dog. We estimate roughly 50 pounds. He's definitely a lap dog, but he is not only a couch potato and a lap dog. He loves to go outside on walks and play fetch. He's kind of your all-around buddy. He's the best. He's not met a person that he hasn't liked. He would do best as an only child in a home. While he does great with other dogs while we're walking around and in different environments, he likes to be the top dog in his house. Because he loves people so much, he doesn't like to be away from me for too long. But we found with different treats, and he's food obsessed, different treats and puzzle toys and things like that, he has been doing just fine with it. We got him from the shelter about 6 months ago. He was heartworm positive, completely flea infested. He had to be shaved. We've been working with him on going to the groomer. 6 months ago. He's just come so far, and he's just so ready to find his forever home. Oh. And he's my buddy. With that, I'm going to pass it on to Leslie.
Hey there, this is Champ. Champ is a 10-year-old poodle. We've been fostering Champ since November. He had some medical issues and he had 7 teeth removed. He did really well with that. He does have a grade 3 heart murmur, and that requires daily medication, but he takes it well. We just hide it in some food and he does really well with it. He is vision impaired in one eye, sees well out of the other, and his hearing is not so great, but it doesn't impede him at all. He finds his way through our house. He gets along okay with our other dog. He actually thinks he's a big dog, which I think poodles tend to think they're the boss anyway. He would probably do better in a home with some retirees or a home without small children because he's only about 10 pounds. He's so loving. He loves to be held. He loves to be cuddled. He absolutely loves walks. He just spins in circles until I get his leash on him to take him out for a walk. He also is completely house trained. He came this way. He has never had an accident since he's been here in November. Better than my own dog. As I'd say, probably no children under 10, preferably only dog. I think he'd be okay in a home with another dog if they were passive and small. He does like to bark, but not excessively, just when it's time to eat. If we're in the kitchen preparing food, he's there and he's telling us he's hungry. He came so skinny and he's gained a little weight and his appetite has improved tremendously for a little 10 think of something else. He's a cuddler. We're just hoping that he can find a home. You know, he's been with us since November and he really, really wants his own forever home where he can be treated as the #1 dog. And I want to pass this on to Patty, who's going to finish us up.
Awesome, Leslie. Thank you so much. Just kind of wanted to open it up again. If anybody has any questions for us, we'd be glad to answer any more questions from any of you. Just wanting to see if anybody has any last minute questions. Well, again, you know, there's so many ways that you can help. If you're not quite ready, so you are interested in Ridge, who's
Holly.
Holly's?
Yes.
Holly has Cass, right?
Cass is about 5 years old.
Okay. And the email for Cass again is to send an application for adoption for Cass. They should send it to
Furever Angels. I don't.
Okay.
ForeverAngels@AOL.com.
Perfect. I'm sitting here and Kermit is snoring in my lap. These dogs, all they want is some love and affection. It's amazing. But yes, y'all, thank you so much for inquiring about them. You know, again, I was saying there's so many different ways that you can help Furever Angels. If you're not ready to adopt, you can always foster. If you're not ready to foster, you can sponsor. If you're not ready to sponsor, you can volunteer at one of our events. And if you're not quite ready for that, you can always donate. We can use all the donations, y'all. It's so expensive to get these dogs treated. Unfortunately, so often when they come in to our rescue, they have not been kept up to par. You know, they do need dental work, spade or neuter, heartworm. It takes a lot to get these kids, you know, these pups back in order. So any donation that you can do. And again, with us being a 100% volunteer rescue, we are 501c. So every penny that you donate to Furever Angels goes to our medical bills. So really, you know, $5 is plenty. If people think they can't donate, you can. $5, $10. I mean, every little bit helps. And the more that we can help, you know, get these dogs out into the forever homes, the more animals we can help. And that's what it's all about. And that's why we all do what we do. We got the kitten Pat. Somebody just asked, how old is Bob?
Bob is just 2 weeks old.
So he'll be ready.
Tomorrow he gets his first vaccine.
Okay, so he'll be a couple more weeks and he'll be ready for adoption.
Yeah, a few weeks, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So just keep an eye, you know, y'all, you can always keep an eye on us. Of course, we have a Facebook page. We also have a website. Lots of times we also post our animals on Rescue Me or Pet Finder, but there's our website there, so you can always check us out. All the information you need is there. If you want to grab an application, you know, it would be wonderful. Any way that you are able and willing to help us is greatly appreciated. So I've got dogs barking in the background if you can hear them. We all have lots of foster fails. I'll close with that. I have foster failed 3 times. And so it's okay to do that. You know, Brenda always tells us, you know, you've got to adopt out more than you keep. So keep that in mind. But probably almost everybody in our rescue has foster failed once or twice, and that's okay.
Now, somebody had just asked how old is Cass. I don't know if you saw that question.
I didn't. Thank you.
How old is Cass?
Cass is about 5.
Okay.
About 5 years old. Okay. Great. Well, again, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Please share Furever Angels if your friends or family, if you know anybody that's looking for a new family member, we would love to meet you. And hopefully we will find your next forever home pet very soon. Take care. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.